think this is really draconian and stupid. And whoever did that is the most stupid individual I've ever had. You cannot gag the media in Parliament. These people think they can reverse this country are wasting.
Senator Okiya Omutata's opposition to the government's decision to ban media from Parliament is a reflection of his broader commitment to transparency, accountability, and constitutionalism.
I'm holding this press conference outside the Principles of Parliament because I'm told that the media have been banned from from filming press conferences within Parliament. That because somebody filmed the MPs when they were running to the tunnel. I think this is really draconian and stupid. And whoever did that is the most stupid individual I've ever had. You cannot gag the media in Parliament. These people think they can reverse this country are wasting their time. And if this thing is not lifted within the next 7 days, I'm going to take judicial action to have that circular. Here it was issued by Speaker Wetangula. And Wetangula should not think that this country belongs to him. He cannot just wake up and issue sanctions that cannot apply. So it's very shameful that I've had to hold a press conference in the streets of Nairobi because I can't hold it inside the Principles of Parliament. These people think they can turn this country into a fiefdom or some kiosk. They will not succeed.
By standing up to President Ruto and Speaker Wetangula, he is defending the rights of the media and the public.
Kenya is a republic governed by law, and the law will prevail. Whether Wetangula likes it or not, the law will prevail. And we are going to be able to have these press conferences inside the Principles of Parliament, not outside. And basically, my press statement is, to summarize, it's basically that we don't need dialogue in Kenya where we are, because the problems we are facing, the challenges facing President Ruto are largely administrative. None of them are political for him to require dialogue. He can take administrative action within the constraint of the Constitution, and that should be able to resolve the stalemate we are in. So yesterday I was very disturbed to see and hear a visibly angry and frustrated President William Samoei Ruto addressing a largely unresponsive impromptu roadside crowd in Bomet. It was really telling that the crowd did not enthusiastically endorse what the president was saying. For occasional lone shouts of approval. The president looked really desperate and dangerous as he flailed his hands, narrating how he had apparently gone out of his way and done all that was possible for him, including by presenting himself on an X space, but he had failed to get the Genzs to stop their street demonstrations and take part in a conversation or a discussion with him on the way out of the current crisis.
And ensuring that the government remains accountable to the people. His willingness to take legal action if necessary demonstrates his determination to uphold the Constitution and protect democratic freedoms.
The president concluded his address by stating that, going forward, he will now change tack and do whatever it will take him to save the country by forcefully ending the peaceful demonstrations. Clearly, he threatened to unleash on the peaceful demonstrators all the violence the state can muster. By threatening to do whatever it will take him to save the country from the Gen Z demonstrations, if they persist with their demonstrations, the president sounded as though he thinks he wields unlimited power like the extinct feudal emperors and kings of the Middle Ages in Europe. I can't disagree with him more. Both the Constitution and his oath of office expressly limit his powers and forbid him from raining fire and brimstone on peaceful demonstrators in the Republic of Kenya. For whatever reasons, he is bound to uphold the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and all the laws thereunder. He cannot act on the whim and out of anger and frustration. He must follow the law. Unfortunately, the president did not express himself as a person who understands that his powers are heavily limited by Kenya's very prescriptive constitution, including the Bill of Rights. The president does not have any room to govern this country without reference to the constitution and the law. Even the immunity from prosecution for criminal activities, which he enjoys under Article 143 of the Constitution, does not shield him from crimes for which the president may be prosecuted under any treaty to which Kenya is party and which prohibits such impunity. Hence, the president must know that he will be held personally liable for any violations of the Constitution and the law by the security forces he is threatening to unleash against the peaceful demonstrators. There is no choice between safety of the state and the demand that the country be governed strictly in accordance with the Constitution and the law. In addition, the president's obsession with having dialogue with the demonstrators clearly shows that he has not grasped the fact that the demonstrators' grievances require administrative and not political solutions. His complaint that the Genz demonstrators have declined his invitation to sit down with him and take part in a conversation or dialogue is simply mischievous. The demand for the rule of law, including for him to obey court orders, the demand for good governance, including transparency and accountability in public affairs, the demand for him to prosecute the powerful individuals behind scams like the fake fertilizer and the cooking oil sagas, the demand for him to arrest and prosecute rogue police officers who killed innocent demonstrators, the demand for him to end police brutality, abductions and extrajudicial killings, the demand for a lean and clean balanced budget and for fair taxation, the demand for fairness in employment to public offices, the demand that only people with integrity and who bring honor to the office they hold should be employed in the public service, the demand that only people with integrity should be appointed to the cabinet, all the demands, plus these demands that are being made by the Genz demonstrators, require administrative, not political solutions.
The public's support for Omutata's stance highlights the widespread concern about the direction the country is heading and the need for strong, principled leadership as Kenya continues to navigate its democratic journey. Figures like Omutata play a crucial role in safeguarding the rights of citizens and ensuring that the government operates in a transparent and accountable manner.
There is no demand which the Genz are making which requires political solutions through dialogue. Hence, the president and those demanding to hold dialogue with the Genz demonstrators are backing up the wrong tree and must be stopped in their tracks. The president should stop wasting our time, beating about the bush and talking about meaningless dialogue, and do the obvious by taking decisive administrative action under the Constitution and the law to address the demands made by the Genz demonstrators. If the president refuses to do so, then he and his administration have no legitimacy to stay on and must leave office. Simply, it means they are unable to govern this country. It is in the above context that the slogan, "Ruto must go," should be understood. The president cannot stay in office if he is unable to govern, and is proving that daily. Kenyans are demanding administrative action, not baseless political dialogue. So basically what I'm saying is that you have seen this obsession by politicians that they want to have dialogue, they want to have whatever, but there's no political dispute that has been raised by the Genz. They have not challenged anything that requires politicians to come back and talk. What the Genz have challenged is simply administrative issues. They want corruption dealt with, they want thieves prosecuted, they want public office to be reserved for people who have integrity. They want things that require administrative action. None of the things that are being demanded require political action for there to be dialogue. So dialogue is a way of deceiving and delaying the justice Kenyans are demanding. And that's why personally I am opposed to dialogue. And I urge the Genz not to be fooled into any dialogue that will deliver nothing, and to keep demanding that the president uses the Constitution and the law to deliver the administrative solutions they are demanding. That's my press statement. And so going to court may not really be a thing to deliver. The only thing we shall do is that he should know that he will not be in power forever, and if he breaks the law, it will catch up with him when he leaves office. Very, very, very many presidents have gone to jail in this world, and so he will not be an exception. So the only safety net he has is to rule by the law. If he breaks the law, he can enjoy the immunity for the time he's in power, but when he leaves power, he'll have to answer for all these violations, and going to jail is one of them. So I don't see why he should really be preparing to go to jail after staying in the State House.
We have come to an end of this video. Please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and turn on notification. What do you think? Is Wetangula justified to deny media access to the Parliament building? Thank you so much. Let's meet in our next video. Good luck.